Hi everyone, and welcome to your class this week where we'll be using the roller again, but it's a slightly different class because we're going to actually be focusing on one specific area of the body, and that is predominantly from the waist up. So the focus is on shoulders and on our upper back and thoracic spine. So the two things are very linked because, roller almost falling over, because the shoulder blades are obviously attached to the back of the rib cage. So when we're working on shoulder mobility and good shoulder function, we need to think about the thoracic spine, the upper back as well. And of course, a continuous lengthening through the neck. So the class today is for my members that got in touch and said that they really struggle sometimes to find that stability in the shoulder girdle when they're loading through the arms and end up taking a hell of a lot of weight through the neck and through the tops of the shoulders. So that is something that we're going to talk about and focus on today, but we're also going to think about shoulder mobility. So all you'll need is your roller, maybe a flat cushion, and maybe a block as well for when you're inside lying, just to elevate the head so it's in a neutral position on the spine. And we'll put the roller to one side to begin with. And all I want you to do is really think about good scapular, it's called scapular humeral rhythm. So it is the movement of the arms as they float out to the side and up above the head, and the rotation of the arm in the shoulder joint to maximize the movement in the shoulder without impingement, and in order to access the correct muscles to create the movement. So let's stand tall to begin with. Relax the shoulders, lift the head off the shoulders, draw up that pelvic floor and find connection from your center. We're going to take one hand onto the top of the shoulder, just rest it there. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, begin to float the arm up within your peripheral vision. Rotate the palm to the ceiling as it floats. Bring the arm overhead and feel the weight of the shoulder in the back. Inhale and slowly return. Let's go again on this side. Exhale, see the rotation of the palm, turning the palm up, releasing the shoulder into the back and lifting the head upwards. Inhale to return. Let's go to the other side. Exhale, float. There's a soft curve to the elbow. That rotation happens within the joint. And breathe in to return. And we go again. Exhale, we're not pressing the shoulder down, you're just feeling the weight of it fall into the back. Inhale to return. Let's go both arms together. Grow tall as you breathe in. Breathe out. Float both arms up. Rotate those palms to the ceiling. Release both shoulders down. Lift the head off the shoulders. And slowly breathe in to return. Feel that rotation of the arm within the shoulder joint, allowing you to free up some space in the shoulders to float the arms without disappearing into the shoulders. Two more here. Exhale, float, rotate, palms open, head lifting, shoulders drawn away from the ears. Inhale to return. Let's also think about stability through the upper back and rib cage. As you're exhaling and floating up, those ribs are connecting down towards the hips. And slowly return back down. I'm going to do one more for you with my back to you. I want you to think about the connection of the shoulders here, drawing into a V down the back, but not because you're pressing them down, because you're just releasing the weight of them down. Lift your head further up to the ceiling. That will also help you with that shoulder connection. One more. Growing tall, standing strong through the legs, lifting and slowly returning and bringing the arms to your side. Okay, let's pick up our roller and continue thinking about what we've just talked about there. So we're holding the roller in front of the hips. Shoulders are dropped and those arms are within our peripheral vision. We won't be able to rotate through the shoulder this time, so there'll be no kind of turning the palm up because we'll be holding the roller. Create width across the chest, take a breath in. As you breathe out, float the roller in front of you, the arms stay long, above the head. Imagine the roller is heavy and you have to drop those shoulders into the back. We're now going to gently press into either end of the roller and bring the roller just below the eye line. Draw your head up above the roller. Breathe in, lift the arms up, and breathe out to float down. We go again. Inhale, those arms float up, grow tall. Release the weight of the shoulder blades into the back. Press into the roller, draw those elbows out wide and create width across the chest and upper back. Inhale, float back up, and exhale to float back down. I'm going to come to side for you so that you can see as the arms float up, we're trying not to push the ribs forward. Stay connected through the ribs. Press into the roller, wide across the chest and shoulders. Breathe in, lift those arms back up again, lift the head up to the ceiling. Breathe out to return, again with my back to you. Finding the connection through the upper back. Breathe in, float the arms. Breathe out, press wide through those elbows, wide across the chest and upper back. Inhale, lift the roller, lift the head up to the ceiling. Exhale, slowly floating down. One more time. Breathe in, float the roller up. Feel the weight of those shoulder blades. Breathe out, gently press, create width across the upper back and chest. Lift that roller back up as you inhale, and exhale, slowly return back down. Let's allow now our ribs and our upper back to mobilize a little bit with mobility of the shoulders. Take your roller at a diagonal angle. You're going to press the hand down to the top of the roller, which is going to push the other arm back. We twist towards that shoulder. The arm goes up and over, and we go to the other side. We twist towards the shoulder that is stretching as you press the roller up into the hand. Good, standing strong through the legs, but let's just loosen the knees a little. Up and over, rotating. It's almost like a barreling movement of the ribs over the top of a nice stable pelvis. Hip bones stay pointing forwards, focusing on stretching across that shoulder joint. So the stretch you should feel as you're pushing up into that back arm is all the way through here and underneath the arm. So those muscles, your upper pecs, are often very tight because we spend too much time with our shoulders rolled forwards and our spine flexed. Good. Up and over, just releasing those chest muscles. We'll do quite a lot of work for those chest muscles today. Release work. One more either side. Should feel good. And return. Really good work. Okay. We're going to bring ourselves into a position where the feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and you hold the roller behind your back. Just cup it in your hands. Soften your knees. Draw your shoulders back so your chest is open, and then hinge ever so slightly forwards. You can see my spine is still in its neutral position. There's no tucking or rounding through any part of the back. I'm lovely and wide across the chest. I'm reaching through the arms. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, just lift the roller above the back of, or above the back of your pelvis or your bottom, and then breathe in and return. And as your roller is lifting, you're trying to draw the shoulder blades together. So there's a little bit of retraction there in the shoulder girdle. But with that retraction, we've got to make sure that we don't just pop those ribs forwards. So gently scoop the belly. Find connection into your center so that as you lift the roller up, the movement is in the shoulder joint rather than your spine. Gently squeeze your bottom. Holding ourselves strong from the glutes, strong from the core. Two more. Head draws off the shoulders. Good. Now we're just going to slide the hands a little bit wider on the roller. See if we can free up a little bit more room in those shoulders. Press the shoulders back, pull the abdominals in, and we lift and tap. If you're feeling any tension in the neck, just turn it occasionally. Eye focus is down here because the body is on a diagonal, the spine is on a diagonal. I don't want you to throw the head back or let it hang too far forwards. Just lift it off the shoulders. 3 more. You should feel those triceps firing up, but also that space between the shoulder blades. Good. Now take the arms nice and wide, holding onto the ends of the roller. Draw the chest open, really open across the chest. Now we're barely going to take the roller away from the back. I want you to lengthen, press into the end of the roller, lift, tap, maintaining the width across the chest. We're not trying to pull the shoulder blades together now, but it's pretty intense. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it all the way up. Really good work. Well done. Okay, let's place the roller upright onto the mat. Hands on top of the roller, and you're going to step back a little, but lean the roller in towards you. Grow tall, releasing the shoulders. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, nod the chin to the chest. We're going to go through a half roll down. That roller will be pushing away from us as we're rolling down. Head goes between the arms. Now soften your knees and lengthen your tail and allow those ribs to open towards the mat. Stretch through the upper back there. Inhale. Exhale, curl the tail under, flexing and rounding through the spine. As we're unrolling, the roller returns to leaning towards us. Breathe in, breathe out, nod your chin to your chest, scooping the belly, rolling through, soften the knees, and then lengthen the tail. Draw the crown of the head forwards. Inhale here. Exhale, curl under. Stand strong through the legs, unroll up. Lift the head off the shoulders and breathe in. We go again, breathing out. Inhale, let the ribs pay out here. Exhale, curl under so that you really find that lovely stretch. Breathing in. Breathe out, nod the chin to the chest, rounding until you have to lengthen the tail to release the chest to the mat. Slowly unroll. Let's go one more. Inhale and exhale through. Soften the knees. Release the tail, release the ribs. Breathe in, breathe out, curl it under. Unroll, drawing the roller towards the hips, lifting the head off the shoulders. Great work. Okay, step a little bit closer to the roller again. Take your hands into a triangle here. So you've got thumbs one on top of the other and your fingers onto the center of the roller. And then we're just going to bring ourselves just above the roller, again in that neutral spine. Again, soft into the knees. And just bring your forehead towards the roller. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press your hands down into the roller. Lift your head up and pull your chest forwards. So we're really connected through the upper back. Hold this position. Lower the elbows to point towards the mat. And then bring those elbows up wide. Breathe in lower. Breathe out, pull back. Feel and appreciate the movement of the scapula against the shoulder blades. Sorry, the scapula is the shoulder blades. The movement of the scapula against your rib cage. And we dip down, open and squeeze. Now, as your elbows draw out wide, there's that temptation to round the upper back and to disappear into the shoulders. I want you to maintain that lovely neutral spine, the width across the chest, the length through the neck. Good, 3 more. Scooping the belly deep, squeezing the bottom, support your lower back. Good, and now we're going to find a position that's somewhere in the middle here. So not elbows wide out like chicken wings or pointing to the floor. Draw somewhere in the middle. Press those hands down. Send the head away from the shoulders and set the shoulder blades into the back. Not by pressing them, but by releasing the weight of them back. Now, step your right foot more towards the center so it's in front of the roller. Stretch your left leg out behind you. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, stabilize those shoulders, stabilize into the right leg and float the left leg up, and then return and tap down. Good. Share the load between the arms, shoulders, and that right leg. That's it. Keep directing your hips forwards, especially that one on the left side. 2 more. Well done. Slide the leg in and let's reach through the opposite side. Connect the shoulders, elbows just not pointing all the way down, not lifting all the way up, somewhere in the middle so we can stabilize through the shoulder girdle. Good work. Squeezing the leg up. Keep lifting the head off the shoulder as your eyes are looking towards your hands. 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Step both feet down. Let's round the spine again, lengthening through the arms, and slowly unroll and press all the way up. Good work. All right, let's bring ourselves down onto the mat now. So I'm going to pop a flat cushion underneath my pelvis here. You don't have to have one, it's just that if you have quite a bony pelvis like I do, it can be a bit more comfortable on your pubic bone. Roller out the end of the mat. I'm just going to pop this microphone down here. Hopefully you should still be able to hear me okay. So, working again on that focus around the shoulder girdle. We're going to work to begin with on an extension of the upper back as we find our shoulder connection. The two things work very well together. So, wrists on the roller, forehead to the mat to begin with. Lengthen through the legs and push the roller away from you so you feel the elevation of the shoulders up towards the ears. We're as long as we can be through our body. Taking a breath in here. As you breathe out, brush your nose forwards along the mat. Begin to elevate the chest away from the mat and slide your shoulders down into your back. And then breathe in and slowly return. So the arms stay long. You'll feel the shoulder blades gliding down as you extend your upper back. And then slowly return. Push the roller right away from the top of your head and feel the elevation again of the shoulders. Shoulders connect as we extend. You should feel the work across the back, the upper back, those shoulder blades. Making sure the arms are wide enough that you can get a sense of the head lifting off the shoulders and maintaining that width across the chest. Good. Extend and lift, connect the shoulders, and then maintain that shoulder connection. Let's just float the legs up now, pushing the pubic bone down. We're then going to slowly bring the head and chest down and tap the toes. So now we bring both ends up as we connect the shoulders. Float. And return. Good. Feeling again that glide of the shoulder blades, that connection through your lats. I haven't mentioned the name of the muscles we're looking for to stabilize the shoulders, but it is the lats. It's that big flank of muscle that goes across, down from here, underneath the shoulders, and across your shoulder blades. That's where we should be feeling that connection. One more. Lift and hold your connected position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend those elbows wide, bringing the roller to the bridge of the nose, and then push the roller away and just tap the toes to the floor, but maintain the connection of the shoulders in the back. We draw in and we push away. The chest stays lifted. You bring the roller to the bridge of the nose. The elbows are wide. We're not dropping them too close towards the floor. Scooping the belly. And return. 2 more. Try and direct the head over the top of the roller, maintaining the length in the neck. One last one. And pushing the roller forwards, maintain your shoulder connection. Keep the legs slightly lifted. We're going to go for a paddle with the legs. Everything else in the body stays still and stable. Just lift lower. Shoulders in the back, head reaching for the roller. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lower all the way down. Hands on either side of your chest to push you up. And we're going to round the spine and roll back into our prayer. Let your bottom just sway from one heel to the other. Release any tension in the low back. And then unroll all the way up. Take the hands behind you and open your chest for a moment. Great work. Okay, we're going to come into a little bit of side lying now. So I'm going to grab my extra block here, pop it underneath the cushion. Let's pop my mic back on. Okay, so coming down onto our side, and again, we're going to incorporate a little bit of thoracic mobility with our shoulder mobility. We're going to keep the roller between the feet and the knees and bring the knees and feet on the front edge of the mat. Take your head down onto your cushion and block towards the front edge, and then stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and then we're going to place the hand, top hand to the head. The elbow is pointing forwards. Take a breath in and turn, look to the ceiling, point your elbow to the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're going to press your top knee down into the roller and then press all the way back, opening the armpit to the ceiling. Continuously push the underneath arm down into the floor. Inhale to return. Okay, so we're going to go on the out breath. Exhale, rotate it back. Inhale to return. And again, slide the shoulder into the back. Find the connection there with your lats and rotate. Inhale to return. So we're doing this with a shortened lever because I find it's a lot easier to find that shoulder connection when we've got the arm bent. Okay, one more here. Now hold your position. Take a breath in, maintain your shoulder connection into the back. Just reach the arm out behind you. Now breathe out again and see if you can press the back of the palm towards the floor. And then return everything back to where you started on the inhale. We go again. Exhale, find your rotation with the arm bent. Inhale, reach. Exhale, using the extended lever, try and press back a little bit further. And then slowly return on the inhale. And again, exhale, rotate. Inhale to reach. Exhale, can we go back a little bit further? And return, breathing in one more time, keeping the knees, feet and roller exactly where they are. Reach. Pressing back that little bit more and returning all the way back. Good work. Take palm to palm. We're going to take a breath in. Now this time we reach the arm up above the head, but we don't disappear into the shoulder. As you breathe out, you're going to turn your eyes to the ceiling, circle the arm all the way around the body, tap your back pocket, and then return in the direction you came in, circling all the way around, bringing palm to palm. I'm going to scoot myself down the mat a little bit so I don't interfere with the radiator. And we go again. It's a big circle, lifting the arm up, but keeping that shoulder connected. And then there's a rotation. Tap your back pocket, breathe in, circle back round, up and over the head, and return palm to palm. A little bit more. Inhale, lift. Drop the shoulder, but keep lifting the head off the shoulders as you rotate around. Tap your back pocket and then return in the direction you came in, feeling that lovely rotation in the shoulder joint. Okay? A moment of gratitude for the movement that you're creating in a very complicated joint system. One more. Nice and slow. If it feels a little bit sticky in some areas, then go slower. Yeah, with a little bit more consideration as you pass the sticky bits. Up and over and return. Good work. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours and place the roller between the knees and the ankles. Take your hands down onto the mat. You're in a 4-point kneeling position. The roller is there to get you connected into your midline, into your center. So gently draw the insides of the legs against the roller and the insides of the ankles. Press your hands wide into the mat. Spread your fingers out. Connect the shoulders gently into the back. Lift the head off the shoulders. The tail is long. Your spine is in neutral. The upper back is flat. We're going to breathe in. Allow the chest to sink down towards the thumbs and pull your shoulder blades together. So you retract the shoulder girdle. And then we're going to breathe out, push the mat away from you with your hands and lift back up into a flat upper back position, not rounded like this, okay? So we release by retracting the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades together. There's temptation to bend those elbows out wide, but the arms stay straight. And then exhale, push up, flat back. And we dip as we breathe in. We breathe out, connect into the floor with the hands and push up into that upper back. Now just gently draw into that roller to find your midline connection. You can see there's no change in the position of my head on shoulders. I am simply mobilizing the shoulder girdle. I'm wrapping those shoulder blades tight against the rib cage as I lift, and then I'm allowing them to slide and almost wing slightly away from the rib cage as I draw back, as I retract those shoulders. 2 more. One last one. Good. Tuck your tail, sit your bottom down to the roller, take the load off the arms and shoulders for a minute. Just draw back. We're going to add a little bit of load, a little bit of extra load now. Okay, bring yourself back into your 4-point kneeling position. Allow your shoulders to retract again like you did before, yeah? Dip. Then push the floor away and find the connection. It's the connection we need to maintain now. Tuck your toes under, squeeze your knees against the roller, breathe in. As you breathe out, stay connected through the shoulder girdle, lift the knees, lift the roller, and then return, tap down, lift, and return. Spine stays stable, head draws away from the shoulders, lift, and return. Core tight, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring your bottom all the way down. Take the load off the arms again. Now we're just going to load up on one side. Return into the 4-point kneeling position. Lengthen the tail, push the mat away from you with your hands. Be strong and stable through your shoulder girdle. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press deeper with the right arm or the right hand into the mat. Slide the left arm forwards, then circle the left arm all the way around. Tuck the back of the hand into your low back. Press that elbow back slightly to create width across the chest. Then release all the way around. Take the hand down. To the other side, we slide, float, circle, rotating in the joint, back of the hand to the lower back. Lift the elbow slightly, open the chest. Circle all the way back round and return to the mat. Lovely long, big out breath. Breathe in, press the elbow back, stay stable across the chest and shoulders. Breathe out, circle, and return. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach, circle round, hand into the back. Press the elbow back as you breathe in. Breathe out, return, circling. Bring the hand to the floor. Now, as soon as that hand touches the floor, really connect the hand into the mat. Push it away from you so you're connected through the shoulder. And then we can work the mobility through the other side. So we have stability on one side and lots of lovely mobility in the opposite. Reach, circle, tuck that hand in, press the elbow back, trying to find a little bit more openness across the chest. One last one. Eyes down at your mat. Reach. And return. Curl the tail under, draw the bottom to the roller, head to the end of the roller, and just take the load off the arms. Good. Now you can either turn directly onto the other side, which is what I'm going to do so that you can actually see what's happening from my back with the roller between the knees and ankles, or just flip up the other end of your mat because obviously you might still need to see the screen. So we have the roller knees and ankles running along the front edge of the mat. We start with the underneath arm reaching forwards, our head on our block and cushion, and we're going to take the other hand to the side of the head. Just look upwards towards the ceiling. Point that elbow to the ceiling and take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to turn your chest to the ceiling and press back. Gently press the floor away from you with the underneath arm. And then inhale to return. Knees and feet stay facing forwards. Exhale. Inhale to return. Oh, I heard a very satisfying little crack there in my spine. Exhale, press it back. Open the armpit. We're gliding the shoulder away from the ear. We're continuously thinking of lifting the head off the shoulders. One more. Now we're going to add a little bit of extra load by extending that short lever. We exhale, rotate, keep the shoulder connected, and then you're going to inhale and reach. Now exhale and see if you can go back a little bit further. And then inhale, return everything back, bringing the hand to the head. And we go again. Rotating. Slide the shoulder into the back as you rotate, then reach. Then see if you can press back and reach a little bit more. And then return. And we exhale, rotate. Inhale, add the extra reach. Exhale, try and press back a little bit more. Inhale to return. One last one. Rotate, slide the shoulder down. Reach away as you breathe in. Breathe out. Find a bit more mobility through your thoracic spine. And then return everything back. Bring your palm to palm. Keep those knees and hips forwards. Breathe in, circle the arm up above the head. But again, find that shoulder connection. Breathe out. Reach all the way around, circling all the way around, opening the chest, tapping the back pocket, and then slowly returning in the same direction you've just come in, and bring the palm to palm. Breathe in, lift the arm up. Breathe out as you're rotating. Long, long out breath. Tap the back pocket, inhale. Exhale. Circle all the way back around. Find that lovely mobility through the shoulder and return palm to palm. And again, breathe in. Breathe out, big circles. Squeeze against the roller with the knees. And then return all the way up and over and back to palm on palm. Great work. Well done, everybody. Okay. Let's bring ourselves now into a supine position on the roller. So just lay the roller out. You won't need your block and cushion anymore. Lay the roller out onto your mat, and we're going to sit the bottom down onto one end of the roller, and then slowly lower the bones of the spine down. Your head should rest on the opposite end. Ah, lovely. So the feet can be a little bit wider than hip distance apart to give you some stability on the roller, because we're going to have the arms lifted, obviously, because we're working the shoulders. And in this position, I just want you to release the upper back deep into the roller, so the roller is pressing up between your shoulder blades. Let's begin with some lovely shoulder drops. We'll go one at a time. Breathe in, lifting, peeling that shoulder blade away from the roller, and then breathe out, wrap it back around. So we're not going to think of dropping the shoulder blade heavily back down. I want you to think of a wrapping movement. So again, appreciating the glide of the shoulder blade against the rib cage. Peel up and release round. Standing strong through the legs so that as you are lifting from one side, you're not feeling like the body is going to slide off the opposite side of the roller. Oh, the sun is blasting down on me now. It's just bliss. Let's go one more either side. Good, lovely. All right, now take a bend to the elbows and press your elbows in front of your chest and your palms in front of your face. If you can't connect, don't worry about it, yeah? Just have the elbows slightly apart, but I want them bent. We're going to take the arms over the top of the head. Then you're going to go into a lovely big opening with those elbows, circle all the way back round, stretching your chest muscles and bringing the arms back in front of your chest, over your head. Wide circle round. Enjoy that lovely opening across the chest. So short lever arm circles. Let's think about our rib cage stability now. So when we're maximizing as much mobility as we can through the shoulders and stretching the chest muscles, we don't want to allow the ribs to flare each time we press the arms back. Keep drawing the head out and away from the shoulders. So if you need to pick your head up off the roller and place it back down a little bit further away from the shoulders to get a real sense of the neck being lengthened. Good. Now let's continue these circles with straight arms. Feel how much stretch you can achieve when the arms are longer because they're simply heavier. But we actually now need to think about more stability through the ribs. As we lengthen those levers and continue those circles, as we press back, the ribs will want to pop up like this. So we're going to use our out breath to set the ribs down as the arms press overhead. Inhale as they circle back round, lift above the chest. Exhale, press back. And circle round. 2 more like this. Lovely heavy ribs. I don't want you to think about pressing the shoulders into the back. I want you to think about lifting the head away from the shoulders to find that connection through the shoulder girdle. Good. And lift the arms all the way back up into your windows now. One of the best exercises to really find our chest stretches. So breathe in here. As you breathe out, bend the elbows wide. Not high up like this. Just draw them out either in line with the shoulders or slightly dipped below the line of the shoulders. Inhale, a lovely deep press back there with the forearms. Exhale as we reach overhead. Think of lifting the head further from the shoulders, finding that fabulous connection here through the lats. Inhale, return the arms up above the chest. Exhale, bend wide. Inhale, press back. Exhale, connect the back of the rib cage into the roller and reach. Breathe in to return. Breathe out. Use the weight of the arms. Inhale, press back to stretch your chest muscles. Exhale, we reach. Inhale, return. 2 more. Wide across the chest and upper back. Press it back, stretch the chest muscles, then reach away as you exhale. And return. 1 last one. Shoulders connecting, ribs connecting into the roller. Reach and slowly return. Keep the arms lifted, shoulders dropped. Breathe in. As you breathe out, curl your tail under, imprint your low back. Scooping the belly, we press our feet into the floor to allow the hips to rise up. Now take the arms over the head and find your shoulder connection again. And then we're going to return the spine down as we circle the arms wide around the body, all the way back. And then we lift the arms. Breathe in, breathe out, tuck the tail under. Lift those hips, press the arms over the head, but really find that rib to hip connection. Then it's a big circle round as we roll the spine back down. Lengthening through the tail, float the arms, then tuck the tail and press the arms overhead. Connecting the shoulders, lifting the head off the shoulders, a big circle round and a returning of those bones back to the roller. 2 more. Lovely, 1 last one. Spine is in neutral as the arms float above the chest. Then we add the tuck as we press back. Squeeze your bottom a little bit to open the hips. A lovely big circle and a returning of the bones all the way back down. Good. Just drop your elbows to the mat, palms to the mat, and just feel that lovely openness across the chest. The length running through the spine. Really good work. All right, so we're just going to finish with a little bit more mobility through the thoracic spine. Still considering our shoulder connection. I want you to slip just off the roller and then take the roller across the upper back at this angle, so you lower yourself back down, but now the roller is against the shoulder blades. Lengthen your legs all the way out. I'm going to move my mic here. Hopefully it won't interfere with my curl up. And I want you to hold the head in the hands, lengthening through the legs, and roll yourself back and allow your elbows to press back, but release the weight of the head into the hands. As you breathe out, you're going to curl the elbows slightly in to allow for a little bit of shoulder connection, and then nod your chin to your chest and just curl in towards the hips. Keep the legs lovely and long. Breathe in, allow the elbows to press back so the chest can open as you extend over the roller. You'll feel a little bit of movement there as the roller moves across the shoulder blades. Curl in and then extend back. Feel the weight of the head in the hands. Breathe in, extend, reach through the legs, open the hips. Allow the elbows to lift and curl in so that you can find your shoulder connection. And roll back. Let's go one more here. And roll it back. Good work. Okay. Bend your legs. Allow yourself to extend back. And if it feels good, release the weight of the head and reach the arms overhead. And then scoop the head back up into the hands and curl up. Good work. Right, let's finish with a lovely little massage out there for the upper back and for that shoulder girdle, because we've done a lot of work on our shoulders. Hold the head in the hands, press the feet deep into the mat, slowly float the hips up, and now I want you to drive your knees forwards as you roll that roller across the shoulder girdle, and then drive the knees back, and you can take the bottom down if you want to. We're not moving the roller all the way down towards the lower back, okay? That's a much more vulnerable part of the spine. We stick to rolling across the shoulder blades towards the tops of the shoulders, but again, not into the neck. Again, another vulnerable part of the spine if we put too much pressure into those joints. Just work over that crunchy shoulder girdle. And again, hold the head in the hands and just move the elbows in and out a little bit to access a bit more of that shoulder girdle. See if you can really find knotty bits. And if you do find knotty bits, hover over them and just push a little forwards and back, just making sure the head is supported in the hand, no tension in your neck. Dropping your bottom down, and we can lean a little bit more load onto one side just to intensify it, and then maybe a little bit more onto the other side. Take your time and then hover, and we can elevate and depress the shoulders, bring them to the ears, drop them down. We can open the elbows and close the elbows, just always moving a little bit to try and find any knots that are hiding. And then just release your bottom all the way down. Take those legs long again. Find a last extension back over the roller. Press the head into the hands. If you want to release the head and release the arms over your head, then do. Just make sure that your neck is not entirely unsupported. Breathe in and then breathe out. Curl all the way up, lifting yourself all the way up. And you're all done. Well done, everybody. Pop that back on. So I hope that was useful to you. I hope we covered a few exercises there that helped you find a little bit more engagement through your lats for your shoulders when you load up the shoulders. And yes, send me some feedback. Let me know how you got on. We do a lot of work where we're weight bearing into the arms and shoulders. And especially if you're starting to lift extra load, so if you're doing any of the weight training exercises or classes with me, we need to make sure that when we're lifting, we're not disappearing and overworking those upper traps. Okay, so it is important that we get our shoulder connection right. If you continue to have problems in the tops of your shoulders, ping me a message and tell me about it. Tell me which exercises seem to be causing you problems, and I might be able to give you a few little helps and tips along the way. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all again very soon. And please send me your requests. I did this class because one of my members requested it, so I'm all ears. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye-bye.